good.
Yeah.
I did the countdown.
Yeah, but then you didn't get the thumbs up like you normally do,
Oh,
so
sorry.
I wasn't sure.
3, 2, 1.
Right, welcome back everyone to episode 41 of Cursebreakers, where I, your humble, gorgeous dungeon master, take these 6 intrepid adventurers through their journeys across the land of Barovia.
At least he's not
Where
saying
they attempt
humble.
to break the... I did.
Oh.
Where they attempt to break the curse upon the land. The curse of Strahd!
You know he says humble because I start rolling my eyes, because that doesn't make sense.
I know, that's why I say it. But before we begin with our sessions, we'll continue with our usual tradition and we'll start with introductions in a random order, starting with Jamie.
Hello, I'm Jamie. I play Elias, the Bard, and I will lure you into my spells.
Okay, then we'll go to Chris.
Bard of Lore.
Hey, I'm Chris. I'm playing Eos, the Cleric of Twilight Domain.
Then we'll go to Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. I play Porky the Barbarian.
Then we'll go to Cam. I said Chris again.
Chris, Electric
I'm
Boogaloo
Chris
2.
again.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I play Cade Everwood, ASMR Paladin.
Then Kirsty.
Hello, I'm Kirsty. I play Raven the Rogue.
And last but not least, Tank.
Hi, I'm Tank. I play Hellweir, the Fighter Rogue.
So, on our last episode, the party spent a lot of time in the town of Alarki, essentially working on things and improving some of their skills, maybe training the town, trying to just have a bit of a relax and plan out their next move. However, we're going to start off at the beginning of a day, but as the party are getting nearer their deadline, with Cade, who I believe has something they want to do, considering what they were doing for their downtime.
Yes.
A lot of
That
click.
thing.
Yes.
It's been a
Assuming
week.
you
Give
want,
him a
assuming you
memory
want-
jog.
Assuming Cade wants to do this now and doesn't want to wait for a later time.
What?
You had some things made.
Yeah! How could I forget?
The wedding ring.
Oh my god, I honestly thought you'd got it and you still hadn't. Oh god. Has Cade seeped through into the real life?
No, I think I might wait a little bit longer. I believe. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Let me think then. Apparently someone triggered someone's alarm spell.
Burning down the house.
Now, I believe, Porky, you had got your new armor, I believe, or done the repairs.
That's not
I think
one,
that's where
right?
we ended with your side of things. Right?
Yeah, I'd repaired the armor. We went to go find secrets, so I distracted Linsky, who
Yes.
also taught me how to make like miniature things for the dwarves.
Yes.
So I think
And
that's about it.
yeah, and Raven got some secrets. Elias has trained some of the guards, and Hellweir has. I actually don't remember what Hellweir was doing. He's the one.
Hellweir
person-
has not found anything in the library.
He made a big mess of the library and then got sent on one small favour mission by Eos.
Yeah,
And left
that
Eos
makes
to
sense.
tidy the library up, who still hasn't.
Yeah,
Spent-
and then
spent a week-
Eos spent it reading.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say that it's morning on, say, the 5th day. So, fourth day. Morning on the 4th day since you arrived back. So you've got 3 days before your deadline. What would you guys like to be doing?
Is it time?
Morning of
So you've muted, Chris, if you said something.
Time for what?
Baritone?
Well, I finished my book, and yes, I have all my components ready.
We have enough to do it twice if necessary. Like with the Lich, but obviously this time it won't.
We do, yes.
Fingers crossed.
Someone's mind needs restoring.
And if we can't
Yeah.
persuade him to join us, at least we can find out some information in terms of how Strahd fights and the best way to fight.
Potentially. Yes.
Okay. Right, and so I really can't wait to see when this character is introduced. But
Take the bolts again once we get to the lake.
yeah. So, does anyone want to do anything before leaving Velaki or Velaki?
Or Valukai.
I would like to find. Well, I can actually just climb up the mansion. I want to find a good vantage spot for when Cade exits the building.
Okay.
And then pelt him
Make
with
me
one of the eggs that Porky gave.
make me an athletics check.
Athletics? To walk
Yeah.
up a building?
Oh wait, yeah, you've got spider climb. I forget that. Yeah, so you easily walk up the
Stealth
building.
check?
Yeah, stealth works if you're trying to do it sneakily.
20.
Yeah, you get up there without anyone really noticing, because I
Yeah.
don't think anyone beats that in terms of passive perception.
And then I'll pelt him with
Okay.
the egg launcher.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Very check.
Yeah, because you're not proficient in this.
That's true.
A 13 does not beat Cade's AC. So as Cade walks out of the building, an egg flies past his ear. Technically, you're stealth, so you would have advantage, actually. So yeah,
Oh,
roll
no.
again. Just roll again.
Don't fail me. Don't fail me.
Trying to egg him.
Does that hit? That's hits.
Does that
No,
hit
it doesn't.
You,
My AC is 20,
Nope.
bro.
yeah,
When did it go up to 20?
Yeah.
20 for ages.
That's
I've
nice.
got plate and a shield, so
Shield.
If he's wielding a shield right now, because, yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah, he should be on his
I'm
back.
carrying it.
Yeah, he carries it most of the time.
Oh, I've
Okay.
got Cade written down as 18 for so long.
Why have you got my AC written down?
He's got everyone's AC written down just so for the
For
purpose
cutting
of
words and
cutting
stuff.
words.
You never
Oh,
know
okay,
when you want to
okay.
egg someone.
And when I last asked you,
Ah.
you said 18. And then you said 19, so I put it up to 19, and now it's gone to 20 somehow.
I'm wearing full plate armor and a shield.
Yeah, so an egg flies past your ear and lands with a splatter on the ground, and but not just a splatter, with a loud shouting of "Paka!"
Okay.
There is no chicken, but it just makes that sound.
A javelin gets flung in that direction. Elias,
kid.
get down.
Oh my god.
You don't know it's me. you just hear that.
Who else is it going to be?
It's not me.
Yeah. Oh,
I took another
actually,
one.
Cade,
Mhm.
you did that ritual last time, didn't you? Which got you the actual extra language.
Yes,
if I'm correct.
yes.
Okay. So one thing that you may not have noticed about yourself, Cade, but Elias may notice now they're looking down properly, is that whilst your fur is still present, it is no longer quite as oily. It actually appears more just like natural fur.
Oh.
Did you take a bath? Because you don't look as gross. Still gross. Not as gross.
And now a
He is-
javelin gets flung in his direction.
He is now a fluffy boy.
What?
And if
Yes!
uh,
He turns around
Whoa.
and he's just bright red.
yeah,
Shut up,
and I will-
Elias!
And I will say, Elias, roll me a perception
Sure.
check.
I'm not good with that 'cause it's wisdom. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you don't notice this. That's fine.
Don't know why you asked me.
You might have got lucky.
No. Wisdom, it never works. I knocked another egg off because it also missed.
Okay. So, everyone's getting ready to go to Mount Barrowtop. Porky, Raven, is there anything you'd like to do before heading off up there?
I'd probably just head to the blacksmith, let him know that, like, obviously I'm leaving, thank him for his
Yeah.
teaching and
Yeah, probably the only other thing Raven's going to do is, of course, take Eos to see those kids, so she can hopefully give them some medicine, or at least help teach them how
Okay.
to make
Yeah,
some
we
medicine.
can
That
do
was
that.
it.
So Raven, you've obviously, I believe you'd already spoken to Eos about this.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
so we can actually handle that out as an RP situation. So obviously in the morning, Eos would probably go see the children to see what's up, I guess.
Yep, I've got my healer's kit with me.
Okay, so you
Hoping that this isn't something
Yep.
too serious and that I can do some healing with some mundane means rather than have to expend divine magic. But we'll see when we get there.
It'd probably be if this kid, of course, has been stealing the medicine. It's quite common to, hit the same place more than once. So he probably would take her to where he found the kid the other day, in hopes of maybe he might turn up again. He or she, actually. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. I can't remember.
Yeah. You probably. I'm going to say that the sort of attic. Whilst there's plenty of rooms here, the attic area is sort of converted to basically be an area for a lot of the children to stay. Once they get a bit older, they get their own separate rooms. But whilst they're young, they sort of have this area, and you can see that quite a few of them appear to have coughs and fevers and other such illnesses. Like, they look like mild illnesses, but in the case of a child, could be more serious if not treated. You would probably see the one small child giving some of the medicine that they stole to a small young girl, probably about 4 or 5 years old, you would say.
So are the children? Can I see the children?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll approach them and say, heard from a little raven that you're not feeling well.
Hard.
Yes, there's been a bit of well, a lot of the kids are sick. We're doing what we can, but it's not a lot we can do. It's better now we're here because it's warm and safe and we get food. But
What sort of symptoms are you feeling? Is it? Do you know what illness ails you?
not really. There's no one around who really knows much. Most people just have a bit of a fever and sneezing a lot and a cough. The Lydia over there, sometimes struggles to breathe a little bit due to it, but we're not sure if that's this sickness or something else, maybe asthma that's just being triggered or something.
You haven't been near the mists, have you, at all? You've been here within your home.
Well, some of us, before we were here, I mean, the mists don't really enter homes, but if the home's not well closed, then, or if you're not in a home, you can be affected by the mists.
Does the effect sound like something I'm familiar with?
It certainly does. Yeah, let me just roll me a medicine check.
Okay.
Okay, yes, you definitely know what this is, and I'm just looking it up.
Eos is down with the sicknesses.
She knows her medicines. She's literally +8 in that stat.
Yeah, honestly, for them, your guess would be they have a form of the flu.
Hmm. Does it sound like it was brought on by the mists, or was it just a common... Is it just because they've got a poor state of living?
I think you think it's probably more just due to a poor state of living, and maybe not the mist themselves, but the fact that it's cold and damp. So they've obviously got like chills and stuff from that, which,
Okay.
and as young people, their immune systems aren't as strong, so they're more susceptible.
I'll tell them, well, the good news is you're all going to recover. But bad news is we need to get you a better home. You need more clothing, you need a warm fire and a roof above your heads. Is there... Who's looking after you all? Is it your parents?
No, it's oh, I can't think of the name now. It's the person who stole the bones originally, because he stole them for money for them. But I can't think of his name.
The graveskeeper.
Yeah, it was basically their elder brother is the one
Okay.
dealing with it.
Wait,
We've
were
got-
these kids sent to live in that one of
Yeah,
our
they're
buildings?
They're living in the mansion, which is obviously a better situation for them to be in, but obviously it's only been maybe like a week since they've been in that situation. So they've still got like differences from then, and of course because it's a different style of living, that can also affect things, like suddenly going from being on the streets and barely able to eat to being able to eat. Some of it may be indigestion or things like that from overindulgence now they've got access to more food. But looking at some of them, Aosh, you would notice some of them, despite being ill, are barely showing any signs of emotion, full stop.
This is something that I was worrying about ever since I spoke with the priestess of this town, learning that some people, they might reincarnate, but without truly being filled. They're a empty husk of sorts. Does that look like the same sort of...
Yeah, they're all like whereas some people have almost like a light behind their eyes, you would say. But after all, the eyes are the gateway to the soul. There doesn't appear to be anything there. They just appear to be. They're breathing. They're as healthy as can be for sick children, but there's no sign of like actual life in their eyes.
I'll say to Raven, but are they in good clothing, or should we... Does it look like fine?
The clothing is a little better,
Hmm.
but
They're going to need
then-
warmer clothing at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
you would-
I'm going to say to Raven, I'll say, Raven, we're here for a while. We have still got plenty of funds. Why don't you pick out some nice warm clothing for these little ones? I'm going to stay here and see if I can understand those ones a little better. And I'll gesture towards the ones without the eyes, the light behind their eyes. And I'll do my best to get some medicine fixed up for them. But
Is there any supplies you could do with while I am going to get these clothes?
not particularly. No, just fetch the clothes for now. I'll see if the healer's kit is enough for now.
Sure. Okay.
And yeah, I guess you'll have to find Porky for the funds, though. We've got plenty. Didn't you have a stash of clothes at one point as well?
Yes, but these are children. Okay, I suppose I could tailor some of it down, but there's not going to be enough to go around.
Sure.
Plus, I quite like some of the pieces.
I thought you would say something like that. All right, we just go get some warm, fluffy clothes for them. Some mittens, earmuffs, hats, that kind of thing.
Of course, I'll thank you as well for helping with this. There's nothing I hate seeing more than children like this. Having been one myself once upon a time. Not just a child like
right.
on the
Yeah.
streets sort of thing. Yes. I'm gonna go now.
Says the man wearing a crown.
Yeah.
I will unpack the healer's kit, do my best to administer the medicine. If it's just a common flu, then I'm hoping just some basic medicine will help with that. And then I would like to, after I've seen to those children, I'd like to closely inspect the ones without light in their eyes, and ask for their permission to. May I search your mind a little bit, pick your brain, so to speak?
They just sort of stare at you blankly, not really saying anything.
Who are your parents?
They shake their heads. They don't seem to know.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
They sort. Let me just remind myself of this a moment, but I'm pretty sure of something. I need to double check just before I say this. No, that's Barovia. Where my Valaki nose gone?
If they seem a little distant and as though I'm prying a bit too many personal questions, I'll sort of say, why don't we start with something a little bit easier? What's your favorite food?
They just say anything, as long as we don't really get much.
I'll say, what kind of games do you like to play with your friends? What do you have most fun doing?
They just sort of look and go, games?
As I feared. Here, hold on a second. I'm going to pull out a cookie, perhaps. I might still have one. If not, then I'll just pull out some of the mixture I used, like some of the sugar, if that's something I've still got. And I'll say, okay, or like maybe the chocolate chips at the very least. There you go. I'll say, here, see what you think of one of these.
They take some of the...
It's chocolate.
Yeah, they take some of the chocolate and eat it.
And I'll ask the others. Does anyone else want some as well, by the way? I'll hand out the chocolate
They all
chips.
just sort raise their hands.
Don't worry, I'm
Do
not
they-
like Morgantha. Okay, I'll feed the kids some chocolate and see how they react, and see in comparison how this one reacts to compared to the others.
Okay. So, the chocolate, as the cookie is not complete, the chocolate is just affecting them as chocolate would, and
Yeah,
it seems
fine.
to make them maybe move about a bit, like they're enjoying like sugar buzz from it.
Okay.
But then they just sort of, there's still no real change in emotion or anything.
What about the other kids? Are they excited about it? Are they like wide-eyed? Do they enjoy it?
The ones that don't have this sort of either seem to be enjoying it. It seems like they all like chocolate, and some of them seem genuinely like really into it. As
Yeah. So they're expressing like delight,
yeah,
whereas this one is just bland, and it's almost as if they can't taste it, or if they can, they don't have any emotion towards it.
yeah,
That's strange. Eos thinks to herself, every kid loves chocolate. They're gonna go wild for it. But it's almost as if even their childhood innocence has been sapped away, and they're missing something.
yeah. Going back to one of your earlier questions where you asked about siblings, they just sort of gesture to all the other children in the room.
Right. Okay, yeah, it's like they treat them like they're their brothers and
No,
sisters.
they actually are. The person who stole the bones, Milovoj,
Oh,
actually stole the bones to make money to feed his younger sisters and brothers, which is why you brought them here. Is like,
okay, gotcha. So the Miller is the father.
he's not the father. He's the elder brother. He's the
Okay,
eldest.
right. I'll say your other siblings seem to be enjoying it. There must be something else then that you like to do. What do you do in your own spare time? Perhaps when you're not with all your friends. Is there a particular
Yeah.
book that you like to read or something? What makes you laugh?
It just again seems slightly confused by the term.
Do you have any dreams when you go to sleep? Do you dream of anything?
Emptiness.
Oof. Elsa's heart sinks. I see. I'm guessing you get this asked all the time, but what do you want to be when you grow up?
Just sort of seems to consider the question for a while and just says, alive?
Ugh, God, this is heart wrenching for us. She says, no other aspirations? Do you want to feel something? Do you want. Seems a little bit lost and says,
They just sort of reply, there is nothing to feel.
I'm going to place my hand on their shoulder and say, what do you feel when I do this? And I'm going to cast Aid.
I thought you were gonna punch the kid.
God no. I'm going to cast
Make
Aid
it feel
on.
something.
Actually, you know what? I might even wait for Raven to get back, and then I can cast it on them as well. But yeah, once Raven comes
They-
back and they're
they-
handing out
They
clothes.
simply say tingles.
This is divine magic being gifted to me by a god, by the light. The light that rises in the morning. Something like that.
They just sort of roll onto their side and just be like, there are no gods except Strahd.
Strahd sympathizer. Slit the throat. No, I'm joking. I'll say, I can prove otherwise. But let me just ask another question. Do you feel a bond or a tie to Strahd? You said he's your god?
He shakes his head and he's just like, not my god, just the god.
Right.
As the voices whisper, he is
Voices?
ancient, he is the land.
Aya searches into her vial, but she seems to pause just a moment. So she's got a vial of the mist, and she grips a hold of it. And she looks around with the other kids and says, others, please go play, and here, you can take the rest of these chocolate chips with you. And I'll see if I can just spend some time alone with this one. And don't know whether this is a smart thing to do, but if this kid only has emptiness and no aspirations in life, feels like there's nothing to lose. So I'm going to pull out the vial of the mist, and I'm going to only uncork it slightly, not all the way, just so that it's not stoppered properly. I'm just going to unloosen the cork, and I'm going to say these whispers, and I'll hold it close to his ear or their ear.
He listened and just goes, maybe? There's so many.
I'm going to shake the vial a little bit and listen to myself. Listen as well for myself. Do I still hear those horrific screams and?
Yeah.
I do.
These
Okay.
are the myths. These are the myths from near Yester Hill. Right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So is there like this wailing and plea for help and such?
Yeah. Let me just. And the echo of a church bell can be heard as well.
Okay.
There are whispers of voices, seemingly from perhaps from the past and the future. But you would say, from what you know, that perhaps there is in this particular part of the mist, compared to the rest of the mist, there is, now you're studying it, consider this, almost an essence of divinity.
Okay. That's bizarre. I'm gonna say, well, I don't want to torment you, and I'm sure you want to get back to the others and play. So I'll leave for now, but I'd like to come visit again if that's okay with you.
They just nod slightly, but don't say anything else.
All right. My name is Eos, by the way. What's yours?
Second. Just a second. Alec.
Alec. Okay. I'll be back in the next couple of days. Okay, Alec? Well, if you do need to talk to me or any of my allies, you can find us at the Were Raven Inn. What's it called?
The Blue Moon Inn, I think, or Blue
Okay.
Water Inn.
Blue
Rain.
Water Inn. Yes, I'll be there. Okay.
They nod.
All right. I kind of pat them on the head and take my leave, and make sure that Raven gets the nice warm clothes to them. Put like a hat on their head, ruffle their hair.
We
All right.
may have lost Halwir for a few moments. Apparently, their laptop may have disconnected.
Okay.
From
You can jump to
Wi-Fi.
someone else for now if you want, though.
But yeah, Elias has obviously been doing their training and then messing around. Cade is doing their thing. Raven, you were off getting clothing and stuff, I believe, and went to go find Porky for finances.
Yes, well, considering she's got all the money, he will have to go to her.
I can go and assist because Cade's not doing anything.
Okay, so
you fancy coming clothes shopping?
Where's Porky? What's Porky doing? Yes, I can. I can come clothes shopping. I can carry all the bags. Stand outside the shops awkwardly.
I'll go clothes shopping with Raven.
it seems like we've got a group going. You easily find Porky in the mansion doing something or other. What would you be doing early in the morning, Porky?
Porky was sat teaching the little ones how to make the little armor and stuff like that for the figurines.
Okie dokie. So yeah, so you're all you find Porky doing some teaching in the morning.
You say teaching, but she's probably more of a kid than the kid.
Yeah, but it's a form of teaching. It's teach through play.
Mm-hmm.
But so you find Porky making tiny little axes and swords, and
we see Porky throwing a tantrum, crying on the floor, while all the other kids.
Well, to be fair, she's probably got like the dwarf figurine out, and she's actually probably making it speak in Dwarvish.
Yeah.
And all these kids are just like, what?
He'll just like come over and he's like, Porky, I need some money. It's for a good cause.
What cause?
Getting some children some clothes.
Oh, I just wanted you to say getting clothes, because I just imagine how the scene
Buying myself clothes. No. He would admit that it's for children.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll sort of get up, grab the poncho, stick it on. Ready when you are.
Oh, I didn't expect you to come as well.
I don't expect that you can carry all this coin.
Why do you think I'm here?
I have muscle.
Right, I'm going upstairs.
Again,
I'm having another bath.
Yes, you do that.
Actually, the pair of you and Helwir should be there. Also, roll me perception checks.
Perception check.
Oh, not me. Wait, why
No,
is
not
everyone
you.
rolling perception check?
You'll see if they succeed. Which
Yeah.
Raven does, and as does Porky. So one thing you will notice about Cade, other than the fact that he is distinctly less oily than before, is that the fur is now almost pristine, and definitely he has a lot more vulpine features. And if you look at the sort of coloration of it, like, you know, where like on a fox's body you would have like bits that are like white, it's almost like a different shade of black. Like, you can just see the difference, like making that sort of coloration.
Why are you staring at me?
Looking Glossy?
Did you dye your hair?
No, I haven't dyed my hair. I haven't been able to cut it.
Do I notice it looks less oily and...
Yeah, you notice it looks less oily, but you just
Is it
can't
bad I
quite
kind of
pick
want to
out.
stroke it?
You can't quite pick out the vulpine features. That doesn't quite seem apparent.
I want to sort of circle around and check he's not got a tail growing.
What are you doing? Get away from me.
Oh, now I just want to do it. Cade, roll me a d20.
Oh, you mother...
You rolled that to me, but that's
I know.
that's-
I ain't giving them the satisfaction.
yeah. You do notice, perhaps Cade hasn't noticed this yet, but he does indeed have a tail.
Are you... Really?
Yep.
Can I roll a... Right, do I know that the whole shaving thing didn't work for Cade?
I don't know.
Porky wants to know if it's real, so she's going to lift up the tail and give it a pull.
What the f...
It does hurt you a little bit, Cade. And you're actually surprised you've not noticed this.
You have a tail.
I have a tail. James, why does Cade have a tail?
Why doesn't he have a tail? Before.
You said his features were kind of like vulpine, right?
Yep. It does look like a fox's tail.
He has a tail? Like Raven's like coming round down the look too.
And Cade is probably going to sprint upstairs.
Oh, I want to try and shave
If
Cade.
it's any consolation, it looks very nice.
It's cute.
I want to try and give Cade a shave.
Why does Cade have a shave?
So he's a fox that has wings.
The Raven Queen works in mysterious ways, Cade.
Why the hell have you done that?
Perhaps a memory of in what you were praying for has affected your body in some way. Think on that, considering what bits about Cade and why he's doing all of this in the first place.
Well, yeah. Right, okay.
God.
So all of a sudden, Cade's just like lycanthropy.
Very.
It's making.
Yeah.
Oh.
And remember, from when Cade, even after healing, he still has that one little fang that sticks out a little bit.
He does, yeah.
Snaggletooth.
Yeah.
Snaggletooth.
I
I
think
forgot he had
this means you're not coming with us.
I forgot he had a snaggletooth.
You hear no response.
Oh dear.
I think we upset him.
Maybe we should find him something as a little present.
Howard just shouts up, "It could be worse. He could have no eyes."
That's very true.
You could look like this, just sort of waving his hand sort of next to his face.
Oh, Cade's becoming the mascot of the group.
Who needs
Yeah.
a snag when you have a kid?
I mean, hell, Larry, it's not that bad. None of the kids are scared of you. So,
I've been avoiding the kids purposely.
I mean, they're in this room with us.
There are some kids in this room. A couple of them are chasing after Cade to try to grab his tail.
Do they see
I'm
how
gone.
his
I'm gone.
face?
God.
No, because you've been keeping it quite covered, and you've obviously.
As I say, sort of using like the pelt sort of over his head almost to sort of cover that part of it. It's not something kids need to see, like voids where eyes should be.
I mean, I have a single eye patch, if that helps.
Do you have a double eye patch?
No, I just have the one.
That would be called a blindfold.
Do you have a blindfold?
Could probably make you one, or we could buy some nice material and make you a nice one.
Actually, if anyone's got a blindfold, Cade.
Yeah, I don't think he's impressed.
Well, we bought the
Would you
fluffy
like to go up and
handcuff.
find out?
Yes, I will. I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
Okay, so it seems like, yep, so the clothes shopping trip has gradually lost members, but you
Oh,
hear
no,
a knock on your
it's
door.
just going to be very quickly. I'll knock
I
on the door.
swing the door open.
Dad, I was just talking to Raven. Don't suppose you got a blindfold to go with those handcuffs? They both miss.
That's right, waste everything now.
Yeah, okay, I'll just turn around and walk away.
We're leaving. Last chance.
Door slammed shut.
Just as the door slammed shut, so that's a no on the blindfold.
It's okay. We'll buy you one.
Okay,
Or
and
we'll get some nice
Alright.
fabric, and we'll make you
I'll
one.
sort of jump downstairs or go downstairs. Just
So,
he's not in a good mood.
yeah.
It's fine. We'll buy him something nice to cheer him up.
He tried punching me
Yeah,
and missed.
To be fair, like, is he the first person to do that though?
Out of you lot, yes. Porky threw an axe at me, that's different.
Okay.
Right.
Shopping.
Yeah, and
The
at
best
this
kind of
point,
shopping.
that Elias walks in looking for Porky.
Like, okay. Have you done with your armor?
She is.
See, I've been training these guards, and they're getting used to the whole, like, Dexy weapons, but they're not very good with the strength weapons, and I'm not good at teaching that. Do you want to come teach some guards to help protect the town?
I'm on an errand at the moment, but then yeah, sure, afterwards.
Sounds good. I did ask Cade, but he was like, he didn't give a crap.
Cade's in a bad mood.
Cade's always in a bad mood.
Cade has a tail.
So he's our mascot then.
Kid tried
No.
punching me and missed.
Cade punches everyone. Cade's just an angry person.
I was stood right in front of him.
Maybe
Yeah.
he missed on purpose. Did you think of that?
Oh no, this wasn't on purpose. This was a look of utter fury in his eyes.
No, that's what I. Let's go get this errand done.
Oh,
Yeah.
guess.
Okay. So, from where you've been in town, the only place you can think of that would have clothes to buy other than knocking on people's doors and asking to buy clothes off of them is the stockyard where the blacksmiths is, because there's it's where the only real shopping is. So you can head there. You arrive there. Obviously you see the blacksmith hard at work, who gives you a wave.
Porky, by the way, you have aid.
Yeah.
So you have 5 additional hit points to your max.
Okie dokie.
And you see Gunther and Elena Arasek, who you've met before because you tried to buy things off them before. Hello there. How may we be of assistance to you, lovely adventuring types?
We are on the lookout to try and find some clothing specifically for children.
Why, is one of you expecting?
Well, we've got
Well, I
someone with a
certainly could be.
tail.
No, we have some youngsters living in one of the manors who their clothes aren't really adequate. They're a little bit chilly.
Right, I see. So, you can have a look. Got some clothes about here somewhere.
Even if it's just fabric, I'm sure I could probably maybe.
Yeah, well, see what
do
you
something
see,
with
and if
that.
you see anything you like, say, and then we'll see how much it costs.
Awesome. Cool.
I do have a question
Hmm.
for the women. Here we go. I've got a question. Now, I will say, please don't be scared what I'm about to show you. And
Wait,
he will take his hood off.
This is to the
The
people
women in the shop, yeah.
Well, one of them's female.
Or the woman, yeah. Yeah, the people in the shop.
They just sort of one of them lets out a scream, the other one just goes, "Wow, you're an ugly sod, aren't you?"
I never used to be.
That's not very nice. We're paying
Yeah.
customers.
This is why you don't play around with magic.
Yeah, you don't want to play around with magic.
And accept deals that you know not the consequences of.
Yeah, always make sure you read the fine print. That's very important.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Haven't got
now that
anything
you've
to cover this up, have you?
yeah,
And don't just give me a sack over my head.
Don't worry, I'm not that mean. Has a look round and goes, "You know what? We are fresh out of masks, but I do know that Blinsky fellow was making some."
I'm just going to turn around and look at Porky and go, "Can I borrow some money, please?"
Okay.
Yay! I don't know how much I'll need, but...
What's sort of the average that Blinsky charges? I would know that.
Blinsky's prices tend to vary. Like sometimes they can be quite expensive, sometimes they can be cheap, but he's generally, unlike most of the people here, they're generally what they should be worth. So it's probably not going to be too much, maybe a couple of gold at most, you would guess.
Okay, well I'll give him whatever he needs.
Thank you. And I'll say to the couple who own the place, thank you for your help, and just cover back up and go.
Yeah. Hope you managed to find a mask you like.
Yeah, well, there's no fixing this.
Well, that's what you get for not reading the fine print. But anyway, so did you find any clothes you like?
He's probably rummaging through, whatever stock they've got, and he's thrown some things over his arm, like
Yeah, you can find some clothes and stuff. Some might be a little bit big, some might be a bit thicker, but yeah, you can definitely find some clothing for children. Might not be the exact size you want, but with a little bit of work,
I would
probably tailor them.
I would assume he knows at least how to do a bit of sewing and things like that,
Yeah.
considering, his thing is, being able to disguise himself and sneak into places.
Yeah.
So, he'll just kind of like get kind of a pile of things that he thinks looks about right and pops it down and kind of gestures. So how much would these be?
All right. How?
Considering this is going to go to a good cause, to orphans.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
So these will obviously be common clothes. So how many sets of common clothes would you be getting, do you think?
I mean, how many children were there, and how many?
Actually, they'd probably be more. Probably about 10 children, you would say.
Okay. What he probably would have done is some things that are maybe even adults' things. He's probably looked at it and thought, I could probably make 2 smaller garments out of that for 2 of the smaller children or something like that. So he's almost trying to be quite clever about this and, almost resourceful in terms of money and things.
Okay, so for each set of full adult clothing you decide to go for, it will be 2.5 gold pieces.
Okay.
For each set of children's clothing you go for, it'll be 1.5 gold pieces.
Okay.
So 15 silver and 25 silver, if that's easier.
So I'm kind of. I mean, I don't really know how big each of these children are. I'm trying just randomly guess, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I would assume that it's maybe half of them, or at least a third of them, are maybe actually adults' clothing, and the rest of it is child size if you can. Because of course the bigger children aren't going to be quite big enough to fit in adults' clothing, so
Yeah.
they would need their own thing.
Yeah, but they are going to get bigger, so you might as well get extras anyway.
That's a very good point.
And let's put it
Yeah,
this way,
kids-
but
kids grow very
XXL
fast.
That is
t-shirts are
very
amazing. They're so comfy.
Yeah. As soon as Porky says about, oh yeah, they grow quickly, he's like, yes, they do, and he goes back to the pile.
That is fair. Elias, in terms of your particular request, he points you over to a pile of stuff and goes, you might find something in there that meets your fancy.
Do I find something in there that
Roll me an investigation check. Okay, with that higher roll, you find what you're looking for, and I'm going to whisper something to you.
would he be able to engrave? Simple job. Oh, that's perfect. You can describe the details.
Okay, so as Elias is looking through this pile, and Porky, who's, well, from what I understand, just sort of standing around whilst Raven looks.
Well, no, like Porky is
Or-
looking around for a couple of
Okay.
things, but
Okay, you, Porky, would probably notice more so than Raven, who's probably buried himself in a pile of clothing at this point, looking for the right sort of stuff.
Swimming
That-
in it.
That Elias is holding a small piece of black leather with a buckle on it, and engraved on it on a bit of metal is the letter C.
okay.
And I'm going to purchase it and ask if it can be put into like a gift parcel.
5 gold.
That's fine. That's perfect. That's
I need to check something. Hold on.
That's everything I want. Right.
Jamie, I'm mouthing a lot of things. I'm going to quickly record
Now, is this
my
going to
words.
be intelligence or wisdom for Porky to figure out what he's doing?
Intelligence.
Okay.
Or just a straight insight check would also work.
Oh yeah, insight's probably a good one.
Just a gift for a friend.
Nope, you don't pick up what he
Sorry,
put down.
Cameron. I am looking around for maybe 3 different nice fabrics.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check on that.
Oh, I will ask for help if I cannot find.
Okay, you
but-
find exactly what you want.
Lovely. Excellent. And I
Yep.
want to purchase enough of the fabric that. So probably about like, I'm just trying to think, maybe 2 meters of each one. And there's 3 different fabrics that I want.
Okay. Just having a look at this. Okay, so for 1 square yard of silk,
Oh my god, yards. Ugh.
because this is what it does it in, so I don't know what that would be in meters.
It's about a meter and a half.
Apparently,
Oh,
1 square yard is just under a square meter.
Okay.
So for a square yard of silk, they are asking for 50 gold pieces.
It's not silk that I'm after.
Yeah, but this is just like one of the examples of
Okay.
it. What sort of material are you looking for?
They need to be harder wearing fabrics, but nothing that's too like heavy. That
Yeah.
like obviously used in traveling, it's not going to get too heavy when it's wet, sort of thing. Especially
Okay.
considering the weather here.
Yeah, I would probably say. So wool, like decent wool, would probably be a good one.
You're looking for denim.
No,
For
that's
one,
the worst.
for 1 square
I know.
yard, 1 square yard of linen would set you back 25 gold pieces,
Okay.
and 1 square yard of wool will set you back 5 gold pieces, and it's goat's wool specifically.
Okay. As long as it's kind of in the colours that I want, I'll go for the wool.
Okay, so for the three, so it's 5 gold for 1 square. I'm just gonna,
So times that by 6,
yeah.
I think. Is that the right math? Someone
You
help.
taking this off the loot?
Yes.
Just a second.
Go to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So 1 square yard is that many square meters. So 3 square yard. So it's 2.5. So, oh God, he's just sort of looking at this. So right, I said 5 gold pieces for a square yard. You want like 2.5 of that. So for the amount you want in each color, it'll be about 12 gold, I'll say,
Okay.
for each roll of fabric. So in total, 36 gold pieces.
Okay. That's hefty.
Damn. I mean, yeah. Barovia always rips people off.
Yeah, clearly.
Remember when we tried to buy rations, session 1? Jeez.
Yeah. From your knowledge, Porky, and you would know this having been a bounty hunter, he's obviously got to survive on the road and stuff. You would estimate that they're charging about 5 times the usual amount for this fabric.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. In which case, I'm just trying to do math, but I'm bad at math.
What are you trying to math?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a meter or a yard of each instead.
Okay, so that'd be 5 gold each, so 15 gold.
Okay. And I will do what I can with that. No, I need to math. 15.
Yep, and they, for some reason, throw in a small stone frog with a little bow and arrow on its back.
As you do.
What color is it?
See, you know the answer to that, Chris. I actually can't remember. I'm thinking it's blue.
Blue.
Am I right?
Yeah, it's blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a small blue stone frog with a bow and arrow on its back, and it's just like free with the purchase.
Okay.
And as you touch it for the first time, it just goes blip blop.
Flip flop.
Okay.
All the cameos.
Sure. But I will roll up the fabric, take the frog, and wait for the others to finish what they're doing.
Okay, so Elias manages to get his. Raven, for you,
I'm guessing eventually he'll find enough.
yeah, you'll find enough for what you want. But if we do this in, just for ease, in the number of adult-sized clothes you want.
Okay.
I know that's a weird. If you're thinking 2 adult clothes per child, roughly, then you would need 5 adult clothing.
That's for just one set of clothes. He'll probably go for 10.
Yeah.
Having a change of clothes is important.
True.
Right, okay, so for 10 sets of clothes, it will be 25 gold pieces.
Is that all right, Porky?
Sure. It's for children.
There we go.
25, did you say?
Yeah. And I
Goodness,
think
please.
with the shopping, actually, no, we've got Hellwood too,
3,
actually.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so whilst that's being
Sorry,
done, I'll
James,
move
were
on.
you talking to me? I was doing math for her.
No, that's fine. No, I was
Okay.
thinking we had Hellweir to go. Yeah, so we'll go over to
Okay.
Hellweir. So you obviously head over to Blinsky's. Now you
Yep.
remember you guys. Ah, if it isn't one of my friends, it's no fun. It's no Blinsky.
Yeah.
He hops over the counter to shake your hand. Like he literally bunny hops over.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand and sort of clasp it with my other one. You know, the how's business. You know, just general sort of how's business been, and
It has been better, but it has been worse. Well, you know, it is what it is.
I was referred to you, and I'll say who it was. I forgot
Yeah,
the name.
the Arasek.
Yep. They said that you may have something to cover sort of this. And I'll pull the sort of help back and point towards the.
He just sort of looks at you and goes, "But why would you wish to cover it? You are a beautiful work of art, like Picasso or Michelangelo."
Or the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Enjoying your collar yet?
But if you really wish to cover it, I am sure I can provide something. What sort of mask are you looking for?
Nothing too fancy. I'm not, I'm by no means sort of elegant or, show like. I'm no means sort of elegant like Raven or sort of person to show off like Elias.
Yeah.
I'm more.
Let me have a look. And he just sort of backflips back over the counter.
It's not one with sort of my friends. It's more in towns. I don't want to be scaring children and and the people. They already don't like my dog.
Yeah, just sort of he heads into the back and comes out with 3 masks.
Yep.
Okay. One appears to be a small grey mask with the eyes lopsided and like a roughly carved mouth. It doesn't look particularly good as a mask, but it doesn't look terrifying.
Okay.
One appears to be appears to be that of a gold fox of some kind.
Okay.
And one appears to be a mask with a large central eye and a big smiling mouth on it.
That sounds like it would terrify kids. How much would each of them be, Blinsky?
Well, For you, my friend, I think we can settle on, shall we say, I think I've lost my accent again, 5 gold?
Yeah, that sounds like a fair price to me.
Which one would you like? Because remember, when it's Blinsky, you only get one at a time.
I'll take the middle one.
Okay, so you take the golden fox mask. It is basically like quite plain. The only real way you can tell it's fox-like is there's like a black like dot that you assume to be the nose.
Yep.
There's like one thing that's good about it is there appears to be like quite like small eye holes, so obviously they won't be able to see behind, and it does have clear fox ears.
Now
Okay,
all
then.
I'm picturing is Blinsky as the happy mask salesman from Zelda. Because
Glad
you've got
someone
the
got the
Keaton
reference.
mask,
No,
you've got the Eye
he's
of Truth mask.
terrifying.
Glad
terrifying.
someone got the reference.
So when
Do you
you were
rec-
saying...
Do you recognize all 3 of them, though, Steph?
Did I recognise all 3 of them?
Yep.
I only
Based
heard
on-
the last 2. I didn't
Okay,
hear the
what
first one.
what was the last one?
What, the Eye of Truth mask?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first one was a grey mask with lopsided eyes and a roughly carved mouth.
That's the
Oh, if I knew the mask was like that, I'd have taken that.
that's I know which one it is. It's from Majora's Mask. It's the one you give to the
The spooky babada boopy, Mike.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
I'm just gonna sit here and just yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah. But
so... Hold on, I think I've just found the list of all the images of the masks you were saying.
yeah.
You know
So-
what? For the fun of it, I am going to change my mind and go for the last one. Because now I've seen what it looks like.
Okay.
Begins
So
with a G, I think.
the one that you are thinking of that you can't remember the name of is the stone mask.
Oh, is it not the... I'm thinking of something else then.
Unless you've posted photos. Yeah, oh yeah, is that one?
Oh no, I was thinking of Gibdo's mask. Ignore me.
Yeah.
It's the stone mask. For some reason I got the names of them confused.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I didn't find these. I was looking at completely different things then.
Yeah. These are the 3 masks in question, basically.
Yeah, I'll go for the yellow one. The
Okay.
fox mask. It's the
Yeah.
only one that doesn't seem like it could terrify children.
Ah, yes, you have chosen Michael's mask. It is very popular with children.
Michael's mask.
And again, bonus points to those who get the reference,
Michael.
considering the actual name of the mask.
Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would not have got any of that. Yeah.
You and me both.
I've never actually sat there and played Zelda myself. I've watched people play it, and yeah.
Right. So, with that, with the purchases over, essentially, I think that is a good point to have a short break before we continue with the more serious side of things.
Training guards.
Just got back from my break.
There might not be any guards to train. They seem quite adept with the weapons they're training with, and you may not have time to train them with additional weapons. You were doing it for a few days.
True. I'll keep an eye.
Yep. So we will take a short break there and be back in a few minutes because I need a drink, and it seems a good point to have a break.
Alrighty.
Right. So bye bye for now.
Bye.
Welcome back. Rocks fall, everyone dies. Joking.
What the hell was that, Chris?
He died.
Yes. So the party have done some shopping. They have bought some stuff, and they have reconvened at the manor. And the music has got all serious because there is randomly because waiting for you at the thing is this.
Yes, it is.
No. I'm not just throwing a mind flare at you. I'm not that cruel. Or am I?
Oh, please do, because I'm immune to psychic attacks.
Fine, it's the Illithilich's term, then let me get the stats for it.
No,
Oh,
I'm good. I'm good. I'm still immune to psychic and mind-altering effects, though.
Okay, let me just right. How much HP you got?
Enough.
No, come on, let's go.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Right. Anyway, so the party have reconvened at the manor.
Right.
No.
Your first of all, the people here need to change their menu for the children. Not only are they getting cold from the outside, but I don't think they're used to this sort of diet. So something a little bit lighter, maybe. So I'm going to go talk to the chefs.
Yeah, which you would know is the late wife of, the wife of the late former mayor, basically, the widow.
I go to them. I'm just like,
Yep.
Stop it. I'll be it.
Stop what?
Here. And I'll hand them a list. It's a recipe with certain medicines as well. In fact, you can take the rest of this healer's kit just in case any more of these kids get sick.
What, you don't think my cooking's good enough? Who do you think you are?
Excuse me? I'm the one who can cook magical cookies.
And I can cook cakes.
This is what I'm telling you. Stop. Stop. Whatever you're putting in those cakes is making the children sick.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
cook off.
Besides, the kids have only been eating sandwiches.
You haven't even fed them the cakes.
I didn't say I made them cakes. I just said I could make cakes.
Well, there's your problem. Stop giving them this moldy, maggoty bread. Let them eat cake.
But I don't have fresh bread. Is there a recipe for bread on here?
Porky, give them some bread.
Sorry?
Have you got any bread on you?
Do I have bread on me?
I don't know. You're the one who carries.
I mean, if you do, it's probably mouldy by now.
I don't know. Do you think it's rot in an extra dimensional space?
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm not
I
sure.
have honey whiskey, holy water, antitoxin.
Wait, you have whiskey?
Yeah.
And
No.
you haven't shared it with us?
I also had that big jug thing.
The jug of like.
Yeah, why do you need a
infinite
bottle
wine.
of whiskey when you can literally
Look.
grant it?
Because it's in a bear-shaped bottle, okay?
Yeah.
Can I get beer out of the jug?
No,
You
it only
you don't wanna
produces
give-
wine.
Oh.
I mean, that's still good.
A
Still-
decanter
No,
of
it's
it.
not. This is
I have
children we're talking
rations.
about.
Technically, there's bread in there, right?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
children
well-
drink wine?
No,
Technically, yes.
In
with
moderation.
milk.
only if you're French.
But mon ami, we are all French here.
All right. Let the kids laugh at them. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe that'll reignite their souls.
Well, to be honest, mulled wine is good for you. It's got herbs and spices in. You can maybe mix the medicine in, get them to drink it a bit easier.
You're gonna slyly slip medicine into their wine. No, right. Here, and I'll hand them the healer's kit and just say, and here, have 10 extra gold as well. Go buy some actual bread for these children instead of whatever you're putting in these sandwiches.
Nobody sells bread.
I thought you just said you gave them sandwiches.
Yes, it's bread that we've had for a while, but nobody's selling bread anymore. The
I pick
baker
up-
died.
Buy the ingredients to make bread. What's wrong with you?
I don't know how to make bread.
I pick up the 2 moldy pieces of bread that they've been using for sandwiches, and I'll put them either side of their head. I'm like, "What are you?"
Idiot sandwich.
I'm inbred.
Sorry, James. Quickly, it's the bag that things are stored in. It goes into the astral plane, the storage shutter, does it not?
No, it goes into an extra dimensional space, but if an extra dimensional space is put in that extra dimensional space, then it tears open a hole to the astral sea.
You hear a muffled voice coming from Cade's room saying, "Weren't we meant to go and see the wizard?"
Oh, right. Reading this, things do not rot in a bag of holding or anything because it's a pocket dimension, therefore time is effectively in stasis.
I wouldn't say necessarily that time's in stasis, but like no, there's only a limited supply of air in there, and air is one of the main things that would rot. But anyway, so they're like,
I'm going by what I read.
they're like, I don't know how to make bread.
Do we have Gluten's cookbook still?
Oh,
Can I try to show her how we make bread?
Yes. I will say for the rest of the day, because you can head out tomorrow on the 5th day. You can make bread.
I'm sorry, but child health is at stake here.
It's true.
And
I'm
so
about to go all Anakin Skywalker on the.
I mean, we do have the lightsaber.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I want to get how many a couple of the older children and this woman, and I want to teach them how to make bread as best that I can.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
Does Cade have yellow eyes to match the fox-like appearance?
No, he has whatever eyes he had originally.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to roll a d20 and see how well they learn from you. They managed to make burnt bread. That doesn't rise very well. In fact, they make a flatbread that is burnt.
Keep practicing, you'll get there.
Well, at least you've left us the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
can I re-prepare my spells?
I'll say it's now the next day, so everyone can head off towards Mount Baratok, and I will bring you over to the world map.
Before the end of the next day, I'll inspire them for the baking, and then we're going to the next day, and let's go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Cade would like to go out shopping.
Would you like to give Cade his present before you leave?
No.
So first of all, Cade will most likely go out and get a hood and just a large cloak.
No, he won't, because Porky's making him one. That's why she bought all that fabric.
Okay.
You would see during the evening that Porky is trying to make you something. Trying to make
it's like a tape measure to your ears.
He probably wouldn't. He spent most of the. In fact, if anybody goes to check on Cade, they will probably walk into the room and just see his armor sprawled over the place, and him nowhere to be seen.
She bought 3 different colors of fabric so she could make almost like a checkered square kind of thing.
Is he hiding under the bed?
The occasional swish of the tail comes out from under the bed, yes.
Oh, if only I could have my hellhound in the town.
Have you? Yeah.
No, I'm behaving.
Okay, so
I will say,
Porky,
just to kind of like go beyond this, Cade will probably refuse to leave until this is made. Just because yeah.
Okay, so Porky, roll me. I'm gonna say a sleight of hand check.
If she's making clothing, I will gladly assist her if needs be.
Okay, then you can roll. You can.
I'm trying to combine like the skills I've learned from the blacksmith, like stitching leather and stuff like that.
Okay. You
And
can roll me a smith's kit check then.
And maybe for like fitting over the armor and things like that.
In other words, you get a proficiency.
because we've got a bunch of like little bits and pieces that we've got from like loot and stuff, and I'm gonna try and utilize like any
I will say
buttons and things like
I
that.
will say it's a smith's tool check, but it will be with dexterity rather than strength, because obviously you're doing clothing, so it's not going to be beating it with your fist. But you will have advantage.
Okay.
Because Raven is helping.
15.
Yeah, you managed to make some pretty good clothing. It's not perfect by any means. It's clearly rough and homemade, but it'll do the job.
I literally just want it to be it's probably because Porky probably made her poncho herself, so it's probably very similar in design, except it's got like a cut down sort of one side so he can obviously move his arms. And then it's got like a little hood he can just pull up.
I'll just lean away as you wave your arms.
Sorry, I have noodle arms. You should know this by now.
I do know this by now.
You choose to sit there.
You make me sit close to the mic.
So when it's done, I'll just sort of knock on the door.
Yeah, so there is a knock on your door, Kate.
You hear no answer.
Does the door open if I try to open it?
Yes, it does.
Yes, because the doors are locked unless he nailed them shut.
I'm just going to peer around the door.
And as
you see a tail swish under the bed.
As I described before, you see the armor is sprawled about the place. For the mirrors that are in the room are actually smashed. And there's bits of glass.
Sounds like a horror scene.
Yeah.
And then there's just a foxtail swishing under the bed.
You see it just kind of like there, and yeah, the occasional swish.
I'm gonna come into the room and just be like, it's really not that bad. If anything, it's an improvement over like before when it was greasy.
It's horrible.
It's what?
It's horrible.
No, it's not. It's kind of cute, actually.
What?
I'm just saying.
I'm just picturing a little like cage snout poking out.
He has a human face. It's just kind of.
Yeah, but
I think
the fur is like shaped to give like almost a fox face.
I think it's the lycanthropy. It's back again.
Well, I've not had any problems.
Then how do you explain this? And he like kind of crawls out from underneath the bed.
I mean, it's not the worst thing that could have happened to you.
It just doesn't help my case, I guess is the best way to put it. He begins like pacing around the room.
Well, here, I made you this, and it can help cover some of it, if you're really that worried about it.
Kind of looks over.
It's kind of like a patchwork cloak that's kind of got like patches of grey and black and white sort of.
Okay.
It's clearly handmade.
You
and I'm gonna say it's got holes for your wings.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of maybe then into like 4 sections so that the back's got a cut down it, the sides and like the front.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that way you've got free movement.
You made that?
Mhm.
That's really nice of you, but You didn't have to. This...
Well, I feel bad for pointing out the obvious. It upset you, so I thought it might help you feel better.
I just... I feel like there's something more to this.
I can always chop it off for you if you really want it.
No. I mean more to this.
It would take like 5 seconds.
No, it's
it might
fine.
hurt for
It's
a bit,
fine.
but...
It's a nice gesture. You don't have to...
The tail almost raises up, almost looking at you indignantly before just slipping back down.
Fuck's sake.
like literally you could amputate it and then it's just gone, right?
No. From the way that it was tugged earlier, no.
Okay.
That hurt. I dread to think what happens if it's removed.
No, I mean we could just get Ails up here and she can heal it right up. Then there's no pain at all, right?
I don't even know if I want Aos to see me like this. I mean... Oh, you got a hood on it. Oh, that's perfect. That was exactly what I was going to do. I mean, I have no fucking clue what to do with this. I was thinking
she would have deliberately... The reason she bought like 3 meters was to make it long enough to cover the tail as well.
Oh, okay. He was thinking about, like, tucking it into the plate arm. This way.
I mean...
Get rather warm.
Yeah.
I could adjust the plate armor. I can do that now.
That would also work, but... What do you think's happening to me?
I think we all made some really dumb deals. I mean, just look at how we're, poor guy.
But I never made a deal for this. I mean, I look like my
alias on...
You look like you're what?
No. No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's obviously not. It's clearly stressing you out.
He looks very... what's it called? Not contort.
Apprehensive?
Yeah, apprehensive.
We're going into a pretty big fight. If your head's not in the game, people are going to get hurt.
No, it's the last thing that I want to bring harm to anyone.
Like, I'm not very smart, but I can keep good secrets. So if you need to talk to someone, you can talk to me, I guess.
Well, then in that case, maybe I guess if I got it off my chest, then maybe you're right. Maybe my mind might be at ease. You see, the reason why this entire situation freaks me out, why I look like this, I feel like it has something to do with my past. I say I look like my brother.
Okay.
My brother Grey.
Mm-hmm.
He was different. We all were, me and my brothers. Our foster family had brought us in for our gifts, you could say. And he was born under a different race. A race known as, well, Kitsune, they called it.
Okay.
I did a horrible thing, Porky.
I think we've all done horrible things.
No. A truly horrible thing. It's the reason why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to rectify that mistake.
Okay.
And I think this is part of the deal that I made with her.
Do you know what you need to do to fix it? The mistake?
I need to destroy a great evil. That evil is, of course, apparent, as we all know. But I need to be the one.
Okay. That's doable.
But it's getting worse. How do I stop this? It's almost accelerating the closer I get to my goal.
Well, maybe it's like one of those things, like, you know, when you get like a stress spot and you just stress more about it, so that just makes it worse. Maybe you need to stop being stressed over it, and then it might ease up a bit. Maybe you need to accept it.
It's the one thing I've been trying to do for years, is to accept it. Or do you mean accept this?
Yeah, this.
Well, this is... I mean, it's been a quick change, I will admit. Hell, I thought I actually met somebody who would be able to change my life around. And I guarantee they won't even want to see me in this state.
You mean Eos or someone else?
Well, I don't want to give away too many secrets.
It's not really a secret.
What do you mean?
I mean, you two make it pretty dang obvious.
What? What do you mean the others know?
I mean, if I pick it up, they're gonna pick it up. I'm sorry, but I think the only ones that are oblivious are you two.
Here's Cade's 8 intelligence coming into play.
Like, I don't think she's noticed. Like, she's noticed, but like, at the first situation, like, she's noticed, but I don't think it really bothers her.
Yeah.
She's probably seen worse.
Here, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Paladin blesses you.
It burns!
But, you know, if you need to be the one to kill this great evil, then I had reasons for wanting to do it, but I think your reasons are a bit more important. So I guess when the time comes, I'll step aside. So
What are your reasons?
they're childish reasons, really. It's
But if you have a reason to be here as well...
Oh no, I think I'm kind of just here by accident, if I'm honest. My reason is just kind of like my dad was this big hero, and I was like adopted because it was too dangerous because he was this big hero and constantly in danger. So me and my sister were sent to different places for safety.
Flapping around so much. I'm scared.
I'll flap over here. You know, I don't know where he is, and I hope like doing a good deed would kind of like make him proud and bring him out of the woodwork, as it were. But it's fine. Apparently Raven knew my dad, so maybe he has some idea.
Well, I'm sure wherever he is, I'm sure he's already proud of you. In fact,
Maybe.
for what you've done already, he'd be stupid not to.
But he doesn't know about any of this, so...
And it's a story...
He may not even be alive anymore, I don't actually know.
But that would be a story to find out once we finish this one.
Yeah. But as I said, my reasons are, you know, small in comparison. I think yours are more important.
Not at all.
Also, you know, it's funny because Eos Military has pointed out that everybody in this party could potentially be this great hero, and the only one that gets avoided is me. Like, can I not be a great hero? What's with that?
This is very true. She has actually gone down the entire line. In fact, I feel like I've been put on the back seat a little bit.
Right?
I feel like an underachiever now.
But I'll make sure when the time comes that you get that, the finishing blow.
I appreciate that.
Mm.
And I'm sure he will too.
Maybe. We'll see. But
Thank
yeah. Yeah. Try not to let that bother you too much. It's really not as bad as you think.
Well, this is what this is for. I'll get ready. We probably need to head off for.
Yeah, the others are
Vampire
getting a bit itchy, I think.
Of course. I go and distract them for a little while. Say I don't know, having another bath or.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. I'll head out then.
Right. Cade, as you're getting ready, because of course you have to get ready.
Yeah, I now need to don my armor.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Ah, yes, I'm good at those. +0.
Okay, it's good enough. You see your face's reflection in the armor.
Oh, the one mirror
fur,
I didn't break.
The fur is not as thick, and you can see a little bit of your face beneath it. But it's still... You have a hairy face still, but it's less hairy. And you can actually see ASMR skin beneath.
Okay.
Whereas before it was really thick.
He'll just, yeah. He's going to don his armor. And he has a shawl that he's out with him. That he's now going to bring up pretty much to his bridge level, and then the hood over.
Okay. So that's going to take you 10 minutes to get your armor on.
Correct, yes.
It's taking Kate so long.
Oh, Kate got a little bit self-conscious. He'll be down in a moment.
Is it that curse?
Quickly
Once
talk
again.
amongst yourselves. I'm gonna quickly pick 2 notes.
It's the I think it's getting him down a bit. He also sprouted a tail.
Yeah, he's got
What?
a tail.
It upset him quite a bit, so maybe don't make fun of him.
The thing is, it doesn't even look that bad.
That's what I said to him.
I mean, let's face it, it could be a lot worse.
It could. He could look like Elias.
It could look... Elias isn't even here, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone right by the gate, but damn.
Automatic reflex.
I mean,
technically, that plays into Porky's thing. She has to be a
That's why I
police
said
it. Yep.
She has to be mean to one person at least once a day.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, he could look like me, you know.
It's really not that bad.
I don't have any eyes, Porky.
So?
I have no eyes. My face is droopier than an old granny's skin. And I have this, and I'll just sort of pull my sleeve up on my right arm.
Which is just sparking slightly.
Okay, granted, it's not conventional, but it's not the worst I've seen.
That's actually kind of an interesting thought. If you'd taken the blind eye one as well, I suppose there's the chance you would have got a blind eye where one of your eyes used to be.
Don't even go there, James. Do not even go there.
But yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, granted, it's not as bad as I have seen, but I'd rather look like a fox any day.
Hmm.
And look, I've got this mask for it.
Yeah, I will actually say, this is the mask Blinsky sold me, though, and I will put it on. I think it's kind of poor taste now you said that, though. And I will show this mask.
Though it kind of now that considering the design, it kind of fits with the sparking.
To be fair, it does show how linked Cade and Hellweir are, isn't it? Sense.
Yeah.
I would have preferred if you'd made it sort of more wolf-like, in all honesty.
I know, but
yeah,
I'm referencing something, and there is.
I know.
And I couldn't
Yeah,
think how to describe the Zora mask.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Cade will be ready, and we'll start heading down the stairs.
Yeah.
As he goes down the stair, or as it's not meant to be timed like this, but as sort of he starts walking down, Hellwood will put the mask on because of going out in the day. He doesn't want to scare people.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, you've got to be taking the piss.
Blinsky sold me it.
Right, I'm going back to my room.
Cade, I will. If Cade's statue going up, I will take the mask off, and I will chase after Cade.
No, I'm joking.
We do actually have, and I'm going to rootle around in the bag, and I'm going to pull out. We did find a Harlequin mask. We have that too.
Does it cover like half my face as well?
Yeah, it's full face, I believe.
Yeah. Swap. Yep, that can go. I'll take the Harlequin mask. I'll wear that.
However, I do believe that the Harlequin mask is probably going to be more scary.
And also the eyes they're bigger eye holes, whereas the mask you had was just slits, so you wouldn't be able to tell.
If I've got a little bit of leftover fabric, I could cover the eye holes.
I was just going to say, do you have any fabric to cover this? And I'll just put my fingers through the eye holes.
Ugh.
So yeah, he'll just come down and be like, "Good morning, everyone."
Morning.
Morning.
We all set?
Yeah, and Eos and Raven, you would also notice that Cade's face is less furry than you remember.
No, they won't, because...
Oh, no, because you've got the cow. Well, they might see the lower part of your face just and see that maybe...
I have a shawl.
Even if, Raven did see it, he wouldn't mention anything, because obviously you could probably pick up his...
So, Cade is now a ninja paladin.
It's the official multi-class.
In fact, I hate to say it, but he's actually going by the type of ASMR that he is, because naturally the Scourge ASMRs wear masks.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. He is embracing his heritage.
Likewise, because Porky's given Eos the heads up, she doesn't mention anything.
Yep. Elias isn't there, but there is a note saying he'll meet you at the gate.
Northern Gate.
All right, let's get going.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. After you.
Yeah. So, the party head towards the gate.
Sorry, I just realised for the stream that looks awful. My apologies. I've been looking at faces.
You would see Elias there holding 2 presents.
Yep, so Elias has 2 small presents.
He says, I got Porky the tickle book. I still have to get Raven and Hellweir something, but I thought I'd get you 2 a couple's present. And I hand 1 to Cade and I hand 1 to Eos.
Very funny. What is it? I'll unwrap it.
Yeah, I'll unwrap mine.
Okay, you can describe these.
So, in Cade's, obviously, is black leather collar with the buckle on and the letter C.
The letter C, now you're looking at it, almost looks more like a crescent moon, but it's still definitely a C.
Of course it does. Of course it does. And that is so you can lead Cade into battle. And it is actually a lead to match.
Yeah.
So
I would like to punch Elias on that.
and I cast hold person on Elias.
Okay. Which is a wisdom save, I want to say, for whole
Yeah,
person.
it is. Yeah.
Even
Right,
Hellweir wants to punch Elias over this.
Right, wisdom save, Elias.
I don't know all this like meaningful stuff has gone on. This is fine. This is perfect. That's exactly right.
You are now held still, so all of you basically. He's incapacitated. I believe that hits with advantage and
Yep.
autocorrect.
Is that is that only once I get hit though? Does it do anything?
Nope.
I believe
No,
it's
that's
at the
true.
end of your next turn. Yeah, that's a very solid hit, Porky. You would have advantage, but yeah.
That misses.
Yeah. Hellweir misses. His arm sparks an odd moment and sort of knocks it, but
Oops.
yeah. Porky,
Oh,
you punch, doing 8 damage.
You absolute moron.
What was in my one?
Can a health person speak?
No, only filteringly.
Okay,
And let me just check something with the incapacitated condition. You can't take actions or reactions.
So everyone just proceeds to beat the shit out of
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my turn in a second. Let me just open my.
We want him in a puddle on the floor.
Paralyzed, not incapacitated, which is different. Let me just check.
Paralyzed. He still gets crit though.
Are you all actually doing damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then roll your damage.
I
What is
did.
it?
Okay,
8 bludgeoning.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
right.
roll another D4, Porky, because it's a crit. They're auto crits if you hit.
Oh wow.
Perfect. And then +5 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, screw it. We're doing pranks. I would say
So-
hold him, but he's perfectly paralyzed. I'm gonna go over to him, uncork a potion, and make him down it.
Okay. Which
Down.
potion?
It is.
This is fine.
The potion of eternal sleep.
It's gonna be the potion of laughter. You think that's funny, do you? You think that's hilarious?
Wait.
Yeah. Do this. I've got a joke for you. The
Yeah,
non-magical
oh
red
God.
tea.
Is that the cackle fever tea?
Yeah. Oh God.
That's a disease.
Okay.
I'll
So. Roll me a D4, Elias.
Shit.
Aos even.
Oh.
Aos.
This is such a bonding moment, guys.
I'm just like, do you realize how long it took me to get him out of his room?
I can't say anything until the turn ends.
Okay. So, the effects of this will start taking place in 2 hours.
Okay.
Like when we'll be on the open water and I'll just be like,
These are the effects.
oh wait, what?
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. You've disinfected him with a contagious disease.
How long does
Love
that
it.
last?
At the end of each long rest, you can make a con save to try to, on a successful save, the DC for the save drops by
Oh,
1d6.
God.
When the saving throw DC drops to 0, you recover.
Oh god, it spreads as well.
And if you fail 3 of these, you gain a random form of indefinite madness.
Wow!
Have you really just done?
Wow!
A lawful good person has just spread a contagious
prank.
pathogen.
It's just a prank, bro.
And technically,
Laugh it up aloud.
it's just called laughter. Aos might not know what it does.
I don't. And I don't know it's a disease, not until it starts spreading. Oh,
This
yeah.
is perfect. It's gonna spread to the whole party.
I'll
Look at
say,
that. God.
I'll be like, I look at the ball and I'm like, didn't do what I thought it said. Oh well, I pocket the vial.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'll open up my present.
Yep, your present is a lead.
Of course it is, yeah. That justifies entirely why I pour that shit down his throat.
Yep. So, Elias, in total, you have taken.
Yeah, let me know.
So you said it was a +5 to yours,
Yeah.
Cade, right? So that's 7, 9, plus
With
9,
him with the
8, 18 damage in total, and yeah, 18 damage in total you took.
Wow.
And as those are both critical hits, no, none of those will trigger. But yes, you get in the boat, and you're able. The boats have been a bit better and prepared, so you're able to get across.
I'm gonna use some hit dice on the way.
You're not allowed to. I'm gonna keep on slapping him.
That puts me up.
Let's run the open water. I will cast. Yeah, let's cast aid.
You aid.
Do you like my aids?
Yeah, once I'm actually able to move that, I'll be like, what? I got you a tickle book that bites.
Yeah, but that was funny.
This was hilarious.
It really wasn't.
It really wasn't.
Really.
I'm just picturing the echo just sort of popping up, even though you haven't summoned it, just being like, personally, I found it kind of funny, but also a dick move, so.
Well, yeah, that's sort of how, I think that's similar to sort of how Hell would be. If it was anyone else who he didn't have like these attachments to, that would have been absolutely hysterical.
I don't know.
But having the attachments that he does to the group in general, he's like, even I'm saying that's a dick move.
I don't know you've had this heartfelt moment this morning.
It doesn't matter. You knew he was feeling self-conscious about it.
No, I didn't. I wasn't there for any of that.
You were there before we went shopping.
And he ran off with the tail. I'm pretty sure you saw the tail.
I don't know. I just got told he had a tail, and I was like, I know what to do with this.
Right. So now that that tail is done with, let's continue.
What?
Are you sure you haven't got cackle fever?
Actually, so yeah, so like Cade, we'll put that tail behind us and continue on up Mount Baratok.
Oh, fuck off!
Sorry, that was the last one, I promise. The last one.
Right.
Right. So, you begin the long and arduous journey up Mount Baratok. As you remember, it is a very cold and very dismal sort of climate. It is not the most ideal place to be. But I'm just going to see if I've still got the map ready. What? Why are you there? Like, of all people, why you? You're not meant to be on that map. Go away.
Was it a goat?
No, it was Bjarkan. I don't know why they're on that map that I made. Whatever.
Bjarkan's coming back.
No, I'm afraid he Bjarkan't.
I want the chicken.
I thought you said the Arkan.
I will say we have got the Hellhound with us somehow.
Yep.
Yeah, a Hellhound in a wooden bow. I don't know how it exactly works, but
You've also got the Shield Guardian.
That would probably walking along the bottom of the lake, because it wouldn't need to use the boat. Just looking for something. So as you get up to the mountain, I'm gonna not have anything in particular happen, like nothing terrible happens. But you do see, and I'm just gonna drag everyone on to this map, which I don't believe I had dynamic lighting on, so at least I don't remember setting up dynamic lighting on it. Can you guys see all of that map? I realize you don't have tokens on it, but I don't remember setting up dynamic lighting. So.
I see
No,
nothing. It's all black.
Okay,
Yeah, all black.
let me just drag people on. No, that's Echo
good.
Hellway. I don't want them.
There is nothing wrong with Echo Hellware.
That is a good.
Yep. You see the mighty goat standing atop the mountain, staring
Never
down at
underestimate
you.
the goats.
Never ever. I made that mistake once and it ended very badly for me.
Hello, mighty mad mage of Mount Baratok.
Wait, no, the goat is
The goat is
goat.
the mage?
no. The mage was a stag last time.
Was it? I thought it was...
Don't be balmy. I've always been a goat.
That's all right then.
A goat could be a wizard.
A goat can be anything it likes.
We have come back with what you requested. We know
Did
you're...
it actually speak?
What?
Did it actually speak?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's right.
Yeah, so I just said that. We have come back with what you requested. Your true name. Mordenkainen.
He pauses.
Don't give it over so easily. Ugh. I was
What?
going to ask for your help.
Well, we...
You've just given over all of our bargaining power.
No,
To
we
be
still...
fair, last time he just threw like fire at us.
He shifts back.
We
Now
still
we have no leverage.
Yeah, we do.
He has what we wanted.
So you have returned to me. Your dark masters have not attempted to break my mind any further. Yet they bring you back, bringing positive news. Do you think this will help break my spirit?
No. But we can fix your mind. We wish to help you.
Roll me a persuasion check.
And
We have the means now. I have.
Exactly. Roll me a persuasion check. Get out your dice and roll it.
is that a of
Physically, what are you saying?
it?
Yes.
I have dice. Who needs them?
Oh, give me guidance.
Was that
There
you
you go.
hitting me by saying...
That is very persuasive. I accept your persuasion. If you had been one lower, I may have blasted you into non-existence.
Well,
Tell
I'm
me,
glad you...
how do you intend to heal me?
It really is, man. We also healed the mind of a powerful caster back in the Amber Temple. I know of a spell, a divine magic that will restore you in a great way.
What spell is this, Christopher?
What did you just call me? Greater restoration. I thought you'd pick that up by a restoration that was great. Yeah.
How great is this restoration?
It is of
And
at
why
least fourth level.
And why have you not used it to heal Cameron's furry state?
Who's kept?
Is that the fourth wall I see breaking above us?
What fourth wall?
It's about to be James's fourth wall being broken in a minute.
It's of a fifth level, and I only heal those who choose to be healed. She tends to raven when saying this. I have learned a great deal on my journeys.
Why are you looking at me?
Yes.
What
Why?
can I do?
What did I do?
Why'd you look at the one named Kirsty?
Oh god.
That's misgendering. Anyway,
Kind of a trick question because Raven does have a different name.
But if we,
Well, kind of have a different name.
but if we fix you, then with your help we can fix the land.
just sort of looks at the ground. I don't see any broken land. This is mountains. It's meant to look like this.
See, that's what I thought.
Defeat Strahd. Defeat Strahd.
This isn't from the module, so it's sort of broken. In a way.
Well, technically the conversation is, but
I'm
well,
trying to look bad as well.
well then, Christopher, I will allow you to touch me and cast your spell.
I
hope it is powerful enough.
I want to inspire Eos just in case we need to make a roll.
I can't get to you. Can you get down? Come down to me.
He flies down to you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
upside down for some reason.
And back to front.
I kind of like this guy. He's funny.
It's hurting my
can only
brain.
do this once a day, okay?
that. So we camp overnight.
So you're only level 9. I thought you'd be more powerful by now.
Oh, stop breaking the fourth wall.
We will be on another level once we defeat the evil that has plagued this land.
Well,
Anyway.
stop talking nonsense and heal me.
All right.
I mean, they call me mad. Just sort of looks off into the distance. Hey,
Who's in murder?
where did Tank go?
Who?
No, it was Elias that disappeared. Jamie.
He's right there.
I'm still here.
Sorry, I've got it so I can only see the cams that are turned on, so I just saw someone disappear and for some reason assumed it was you.
What cams? Who's watching
Oh.
Hi.
Don't you realize you are on the popular show, Cursebreakers?
Wow, we really need to fix his mind. He has gone insane.
Wait,
Number
I
one.
was just about to cast a spell. I'm like, wait, we're on a show?
Yes, the number 1 best selling show in the land of Twitchtania.
It's a like
This isn't one of those reality TV things, is it?
We should all roll insight checks. I think he's lying.
Quick, fix him. Fix him.
I'll kind of wave to the sky. I'm like, hello, adoring fan.
It's not the
Nope.
Truman Show. It's a Cage show because everything goes wrong for me.
Don't.
Does my inside check work?
He appears to be completely truthful, but he is insane, so...
Yeah, just fix him.
I believe him.
Stop this.
I'm working on it, but now I know there's an audience. I've got to like make it more elaborate. So hold on.
don't-
Yes,
I don't think
yes,
there's
we
actually an
need
audience.
we need this for the merchandising. Show me your
Yeah.
style.
All right. So first, you put your hands in the air and you
No.
and then you sprinkle it around and you make some weird divine hymns. Oh, by Helios's name, I shall cure your maddening mind. May Helios shine a new light upon your future. I'll sprinkle the diamond dust.
There is a
Into the
bright glow that
This is the
Oh,
Helios
there's there is a bright glow that covers Mordenkainen. His beard becomes less straggly and neater, but still fairly bushy. And he sort of just, and you hear a voice speak, and that is how you cast Greater Restoration Watchers.
He's
and then he
still
goes-
saying, do it again.
And then he just sort of looks at you and goes, "Ah, right, what were we talking about?"
You're talking about Tritania, the land?
No, we weren't.
Oh, no, sorry, that's my cousin's story. Just don't worry about that. Anyway, come into my mansion and we can discuss this in safety.
A mansion out here in
Yes.
the middle of the mountains?
He makes a gesture and you see a door appear in a mountain.
It's a mansion.
Ooh.
Come in. But make sure you take off your shoes. Unless you have some sort of foot infection, then please keep them on.
But if I take my shoes off, you won't get to see my amazing performance. Tap, 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 tap.
But I'll be short.
And I
Built
won't be
anyway,
armored.
Fine.
I'll gingerly step in.
I'm
Yeah.
just going straight in.
Yes, you enter into
I
A
believe you go my
large.
insight.
You enter into a huge mansion, beautifully decorated, with servants wandering about,
Servant?
tidying, preparing food.
Amazing.
One of them
Yeah.
sort of looks to you and sort of bows.
It's bigger on the inside.
One would say it's magnificent.
Yes, that is what I named the spell when I created it.
Oh,
Do any of the servants have spider heads?
No,
Ah,
but I'm trying to think of another
but
reference.
I've put his theme tune on and everything.
I've referenced Bullet Blop. I've referenced Snug.
Anyway, continuing on as we only have 40 minutes left.
Yes.
so-
Right. Let me take you to dinner,
Okay then.
But we've
and
only
then
just
we can
met.
discuss things.
Where is this even going anymore?
He clapped his hands. Food! And the servants begin rushing about and begin preparing a table with lavish food, fit to feed many more than the party, but clearly all of your favorite foods are there. Somehow Mordenkainen knows, or the mansion knows.
This was definitely worth the trip.
This is fascinating, but why exactly are you up here so isolated? Why do you remain?
Well, I went insane. I thought that'd be obvious. And I was. Well,
That's very sane of you to realize your own
I-
sanity.
well, I hoped that by retreating here I could regain my power, but was driven mad by the realization that I had no chance of defeating Strahd.
No chance.
You're the one who led the charge to begin with.
Yes, and even with my book and even with my staff, which are lost to me, I fell in that battle.
You were the
I
only loved one left.
underestimated its hold over the land and the creatures in it.
You're lucky to be alive. Even luckier still that you did not become infected with vampirism.
Well, I'm a very good swimmer. And
Oh,
I did have polymorph prepared that day, so I turned into a goldfish. It was quite useful.
By chance, is this your book? And I show him the Death House book because it's going to be small.
No, that's far too small a book to be mine.
Would it help aid you if you needed a spell book to help fight Strahd with us?
No, now that I have my memories back and I realize that there isn't much I can do, I will use what power I have to go find my staff and spell book myself. I know it's around somewhere. It's got protection on it, so neither will be destroyed. And then with that power, I will be able to leave this land and maybe go get my spare spell book and hide that somewhere more accessible.
But perhaps you would be able to help fight. Maybe not lead the charge, but the power that you behold is infamous around these areas. Why can't you stay and help?
He bows his head. Unfortunately, the fates have not aligned it that I am to be the one to help you. If I was to join your battle, I would only make it harder for you.
Screw the fates.
Yeah.
Insight check on that.
As we said, we're going to be the one fighting Strahd, but I'm sure that we've got to make it to the battle. We have allies that are going to help us to get there.
Can insight check that if you want
You
to.
can be one of those. I'm sure Strahd has as many allies as we need allies too.
Yes.
Oh, it's a 13.
He seems honest, like completely. He feels that if he was to join you on this quest, it would somehow become more dangerous for you. He doesn't explain how, but that is what he believes.
Do you have enemies? other than Strahd?
In this land, only Strahd and those who serve him.
That's not-
Then what are you to fear?
Perhaps
I fear the fates. If I go against the fates, they will twist it. I am old and I have seen much. I have in the past spoken to people. I know that there is a destined one capable of defeating Strahd, and I know that I am not him. I do
Yeah.
not dare tempt the fates.
I hate to say it, but I think he might be right.
No, we.
However, that is not to say that I will not help you. I just cannot attend myself.
Okay.
You're referencing the cards. You know the fortune teller.
Yes, I know much.
What?
I saw much in my madness, which, now that I have my rationality, I am able to decipher.
As someone who has fought toe to toe with Strahd, what is he capable of?
He is capable of much, but it is not just Strahd that is the threat. Strahd by himself, if he was truly alone, would probably not be too much of an issue in terms of raw power as you are now. Either he is smart and he is charismatic. He has a way of gathering powerful allies, and he is also very difficult to find. He over the years he has grown more paranoid. He will not meet you in open battle.
Okay, but when battle happens, what is he capable of? That's what I need to know. What we need to know.
Yes, if you can't join us in battle, at least give us valuable information.
He is capable of, probably in terms of raw magical abilities, similar to what you are capable of. He
So
has
big.
he has powerful healing abilities,
Oh.
and he is known to be able to escape in the form of mist. He has the ability to resist magic, almost as if he is twisting the fates themselves so that where he should have failed, he instead succeeds.
That's useful. The mist and the healing, that's just vampire stuff. But
He is able to transform, and he is capable of charming people. He can also summon beings to his aid,
oh,
and
What type of beings?
children of the night, bats, rats, wolves, and more, probably.
did,
Vampires?
yeah.
Yes, there is much there.
We're experienced in fighting those already.
Did you fight him alone, or was anyone or anything with him when you fought him?
I fought alone, but he had others aiding him. My memories are a bit hazy of the exact details, but know that unless you are lucky and play very smart, he will not be alone when you fight him. And I
This-
suspect since I fought him, he has only grown stronger.
See this? If he has so many allies, then this is why we need allies, so we can fight Strahd ourselves without any of the allies that he has around him. We need
With
someone
your
to distract them.
with your fated ally at your side, you will be able to succeed, I am sure. They will prove an inspiration to you and allow you to do more than what you are capable of.
Interesting.
But as I said, I do have one gift I can provide you. This should only be used in times of great peril. or where you truly feel that you are about to enter a fight where you need all the help you can get. I grant you all the charm of heroism,
Ooh.
Yes, the
which
mouth kind of goes wide. She hears this. All of us?
all
Yes.
of you,
Ah.
for what you may be able, you can activate this as, but it will take up the same sort of time your attacks would, and then you will not be able to use it again. But once activated, for an hour your vitality will be temporarily enhanced, and you will be under the effects of a spell similar to Bless, but without concentration being required. It should
Forgive me,
prove
but I may
useful.
refuse that.
And why would that be, Raven? It is not the power of the gods that is in this. It is the power of Mordenkainen. It is the
It
power
is
of
my own beliefs in this situation that prevents me from agreeing to take this.
Beliefs
that-
that Strahd should not be killed.
You may all still be very much that for that, but do remember I have a very different outlook on this whole situation. So I feel it would be wrong for me to take a gift in order to destroy something that I may feel isn't the right path.
do not
Sounds
Do
more
not-
like this is a gift to protect us from his evil.
do not consider it purely for the sake of Strahd. If you do not wish to use it against him, that is your choice. If you wish to use it in another situation, that is fine. But know that if you take this and decide not to use it, it will remain with you in case you need it in the future for other endeavors.
It is a defensive spell, after all.
Oh, I know that.
So it's not a power to destroy.
But if you do not wish to take it, I will not force it upon you. For
I
that
would
would be
appreciate not, well, if you do it for my friends here.
that is understandable. And one final gift, not for you in particular, Cade.
I swear to God.
This, I
It's tail armor.
Wait,
I
hang
know
on. How
what-
do you know my name?
I know much. I have watched much, and as I said, in a way, I feel I have been watching you for this entire journey through Barovia. Though in my madness, I could not truly understand it. But now I do.
My eyes
And-
switched to Eos and then back to him.
Do not... do not worry, I will not reveal any secrets. But I will reveal a bit about what you are going through currently. Should you wish to deal with it, you must learn to be honest and open with your friends. It is, whilst this ability relies on, if I remember rightly, I believe yours was the fear one, right? This one in particular? Yes. Whilst this one makes you fear nothing, and whilst fearing will reduce things, if you are open and brave enough to speak to your companions, I feel that it will help your situation somewhat. Already, by opening up to Porky here, you have begun along the path to at least gaining some semblance of your former self. It will never be fully gone. That is beyond even my power. The dark powers are virtually gods. But you may be able to gain some semblance of perhaps control, or at least be able to tame it more so it is not as obvious. I'm sorry I cannot do more, but I can only offer advice. Also, if I were you, I would suggest healing Elias of that cackle fever when you get a chance.
What cackle fever? You turn around as it manifests. It's probably been 2 hours by now.
Yeah,
I need to be in stress.
yeah,
Something needs
only
to
really
stress,
manifests
Oh, okay.
during times
but
of
it's
stress.
activated now.
You
Yeah.
stress. Like, ah.
But yes, it would not be so bad if it only affected Elias, but it has the potential to spread,
I start
and
coughing on everyone.
and it
Well,
could
not everyone.
and it could incapacitate your group in the worst situations. This is merely advice. For if I do more, I fear the fates may turn against you.
Noted.
But for now, you may rest in peace within the mansion. Know that whilst here, none can harm you. You are, well, except me if I wanted to, but to be honest. But know that you're also away from Strahd's gaze. He has no power and no presence within here. He cannot enter here.
Another few questions. When you fought Strahd, what was the
Yeah.
battlefield? Was it within his castle or atop the
I
mountain?
fought him atop the falls.
Do you know of his castle? What lies in store?
The castle has much danger and much. It is not just creatures, but the very place itself. It is from troops that have gone there in the past. It is probably one of the largest places you have been. It is also filled with enemies and traps and diseases and all sorts of things that a good adventuring party should be able to deal with, but you must never get complacent.
I'm glad you have faith in us. Thank you for your advice and warnings. One last question. In the Amber Temple,
Yes.
Strahd made a bargain with a powerful entity.
Yes. The Dark
we
Lord
have to face-
Vampire.
Will we have to face that as well?
The dark powers are sealed away. Should Strahd fall, there is a chance that Barovia may either. There are a few ways it could go, and none that I can truly say. But just sort of considers this.
It is
There are
champion.
there are three possibilities that may happen should you defeat Strahd. The first is that the mist will fall and this land will merely remain as part of the Shadowfell. I suspect the inhabitants would not last long.
Oh.
The second is that
He clutches the mists of the vial of mist and thinks of that child with the lifeless eyes.
The second is that Barovia would enter the material plane, or perhaps one of the other planes. The final is that Barovia will cease to exist. I cannot say which will happen. I cannot say what will happen to the inhabitants in any of those situations, but those are what I suspect may happen.
God is the land.
Precisely.
I mean, I own some of them.
strikes a deep chord with AS because this entire time, their belief has been that defeating Strahd will free people. That what we're doing is for them. And hearing the news that this could potentially end it all, well, our hearts thinks of everyone that we've helped up till now, and the
But
thought of it being undone.
I do have one last words for you before you rest. Only once the heart of sorrow is broken will Strahd fall.
The heart of sorrow. Could that mean his wife? The one? No. His. Who do you mean?
He sort of pauses and goes, I do not know exactly. All I know is that those words burn in my mind.
Right.
I see a heart filled with sorrow.
Is that one of our cards? I asked the group.
Can I make a history check to see if that resonates with anything that I've read or heard, or?
Yeah.
I would say without you rolling, that doesn't match anything you have heard, any of you have heard of.
No.
Okay, I'm going to review our cards anyway, because I swear the cards spoke about something like that. No. Doesn't look like it. What do you think it
But
means? We've heard
It's-
many tragedies in his past. Lovers that he's attempted to make his wife. Casimir's
it
sister,
is-
one of those.
it is difficult to answer. I can merely see it in my head. I'm afraid I cannot really say more.
Okay, I'm going to add this to the notes.
What does it look? What do you see in your head? What does it look like?
He's the
Where
way.
is it?
It just sees a large heart filled with sorrow.
Anywhere? Anything that it could be where it is, or?
He shakes his head. It's all he knows.
I'm going to add it to the to-do list. To defeat Strahd, the heart of sorrow must be what?
Broken.
Broken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's another thing on the list. Also, whilst I'm pulling out the notes, find Saint Markovia's firebone in the Abbey of Markovia in Kresk. We still have time. Maybe we go there, although I suppose we were waiting for Strahd to be in Kresk.
Yeah.
How much time do we have, Elias?
We still have 2 days.
2 days.
Well, yeah. 2 days after we sleep.
We could get to Ravenloft in that time.
If you seek the firebone of Saint Markovia, you will not find it in Kresk.
Wait, what?
Okay then, never mind.
It used to reside there, but was taken.
Very well. In that case, we head to Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
You don't know. You seem to know where locations of items are. Do you happen to also know where the bones of a silver dragon may lay? We want to return them to the Silver Order.
Right, I just need to check one thing. It's in this one. I think this is one that is affected. He focuses for a moment and casts a spell.
On a roll an Arcana check to see if I recognize it.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
if it's what I think it is out of game, Legend Lore, can I roll with advantage because I know the actual spell?
Let me just see, because what would he be using for this? Sorry, I know he's got a spell for this. No, it's you can just roll normally.
Okay, sure. I'll guidance myself then. 14.
You have actually got inspiration as well,
Do I? Oh,
because
from you.
I gave it as you were going to use your Great Restoration spell.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure. I'll put D8, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Total of 18.
He begins to cast the spell, which you don't quite identify.
Oh my god, is he casting a 9th level spell? Alright.
I mean, what was it? Sorry, you 11, 3,
18.
4, 18. Actually, let me just check, because
Okay.
I'm kind, so...
Pretty sure to identify a spell, it's like base 10 plus the spell
I
level.
could be casting Wish for all we know.
Yeah. Unless it's, if it's like a 9th level, then hell no.
My guess was Legend Lore, because that was what I was going to cast today if we didn't go to Mount Baratop.
Actually, the spell he casts, you can tell, is scrying, which which in normal circumstances you don't feel would work.
Right.
But
because we're in the mansion, though.
and also because normally it would have to target a creature, and a dead creature doesn't count as a creature. It counts as an object. However, he seemingly is able to succeed on this. There's something slightly different about his spell, but you can clearly see that it is scrying.
Okay. What do you see?
Let me just check something.
Yeah. What do you see?
Describe it to us.
Strahd. Yeah. Strahd appears in stuff like can't think what it's called.
Divination.
Augury, divination.
Yeah.
Actually, divination is like a stupidly high level spell. That's probably what he's casting. Probably what it is. Divination.
I see, and I need to remember where this is. I think it is in here. Yes. I see it in the Larders of Ill Omen.
Larders Ill Omen.
Within the...
Don't say Ravenloft.
Yes, within Ravenloft.
Oh, it's in Ravenloft.
Yes.
We were gonna go to Ravenloft anyway.
I think it's the Larders
Yes,
of Ill Omen.
but after we had lit the beacons, Elias. Afterwards.
In Ravenloft or in Raven's Loft? He has many.
I'm
It
just
wouldn't surprise me if he has the bones of a silver dragon somewhere in his loft.
But I mean, we knew it was in Ravenloft, and we were going to go there anyway. That's why we planned for when Strahd is gone.
Not necessarily. If we'd have returned the boats to the Silver Order, we would have been able to light the beacon, and then we'd have had all of our allies gather within Barovia.
Yes.
Then we would have stormed.
I see it mounted above a door in a hall of bones within the Larders of Ill Omen.
Is there a pile of gold there?
You will... No. Why would there be gold in a larder? That's stupid.
Because
I don't know what a ladder is, but the card says dead upon a mountain of gold.
You will not find all of the body of the silver dragon there. You will merely find its skull, but its skull alone will allow you to achieve your goal.
Thank you. That is valuable information.
As for your final piece of information, you're asking about the final card that isn't the one that tells you where Strahd is, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me just check.
I thought that would be it. I thought, the dead would be on top of piles of gold.
Secret place. A vault of temptation hidden behind a woman of great beauty.
No, that's the Strahd one.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Strahd. It lies with the dead under mountains of gold coins,
Yeah.
which
Is what I thought that was.
no.
No.
A larger is like a food store.
Ah.
So I suppose in a way you could take that as the dead, I suppose, if you wanted to in a weird way.
I meant the giant
sorry, yeah.
skull.
Blades mercenary. Thing you seek lies with the dead under mountain. Yeah, Castle Ravenloft. We already know it's there, but we're just wondering
Where?
what it is.
Yeah, you're wondering
Very
what it
knowledge.
is.
And you're one of great knowledge, but
Yes. You will find it within a crypt within Ravenloft, is all I can say.
Of course.
But what you seek is not an item of power or something that will necessarily give you an edge. What you will find is knowledge. You'll find the Tome of Strahd, an ancient work penned by Strahd himself. A tale of how he came to his state.
But we know how he came to his state. He went to the Amber Temple. He did a deed.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's
Got
how
a
he gained
gain.
his power, but more like how he gained his nobility, perhaps.
You will need to, whilst it may not provide power, it will provide temptation for the Dark One. And it may provide you with information so that you can truly understand him before you make your final decision.
All right. Sounds valuable enough. We should seek it out. After all,
It is-
it is part of the fate.
It is wise to do whatever the card dictates you should.
Sounds good. So,
And with that, I bid you all a good night and a long rest. For that is where we will wrap up the session this week.
Ugh, he's still insane.
the acoustics of this place is amazing.
So, thank you everyone for watching, first of all. I hope you enjoyed my weird fourth wall breaking moment. Thank you all for playing, of course. And for those watching, keep watching. Otherwise, we may have to resort to the last resort, because it's the last resort coming up next. And I said the word resort too many times. And join us once again on Friday for Roll for Story within the Clawed Coast, where we hopefully begin our journey to the Mirage Mountains or the canyon nearby to confront the blue dragons and probably die. And then join us Sunday for the Witch Hunters, where the party begin their journey into the Feydark, accompanied by a special guest, yours truly.
The humble.
And of course, join us again next week, because I imagine the party will now be heading towards Ravenloft, aiming to begin their, well, perhaps not their final jaunt,
We're all gonna
but,
die.
We still got a day of downtime. It's all good.
but their way forward. They have successfully cleared pretty much everything in Barovia now, apart from maybe a few little side things here and there which aren't too big. So it's going to be good to see. I feel that we are slowly but surely coming to a close. But will the night fall or will the sun rise at the end? We shall see. But for now, good night, sleep tight, and don't let the fox bite.
Okay, no,
Which I
thank
only
you.
did